This is my live stream, and I'm playing Vintage Story. Been tweaking the audio a bit. I watched the recording last time, and it was not very good audio-wise. I'm sorry. I'm still figuring out the ins and outs of this, and I'm definitely very new to all of this. So I hope some people show up and help me figure things out. Right now, this is the world that I've been playing. I've got 2 videos of it recorded at the same time because I thought I had to put it up separate, but apparently this records it straight to YouTube, so that's how that works. And this is the game that I played last time. So we're going to be jumping right back into where we were. I'm playing basic wilderness survival pretty much. The only things I changed were the days per month. There are 3 days. And I allowed for more hit points because I am not very good at combat. And the pro pick node search radius because you need that to really find anything underground. And I turned on microblock chiseling because I will not play without chiseling. I love chiseling in this game. I left the temporal storms exactly where they were put for wilderness survival. And I changed the world width, length, and edge because it just feels like I like the world to be a little bit smaller. I don't have to be traveling for hundreds of thousands of blocks. And I may have upped the copper and tin frequency just 1 tier. Because I'm pretty sure copper's normally very rare, but tin's like you never find it on the surface, and I put tin to extremely rare. And that should be all of it, so we're going to get this started. It does take a while to load because of all the mods, which I did list in the description this time. I have quite a few installed. Like, I can't see myself playing without primitive survival or carry capacity, though that changed to carry on, so I have that. I even have carry on more to deal with that's to cover modded stuff. There's just a ton of mods. Last time when we loaded in, we were not really in the best place. There was bears and wolves and forest, so I wandered for a bit, ended up crossing the lake, ended up in this gravelly area. I don't normally prefer to live in gravelly areas, but I have like 3 mods that add ruins, and this ruin that I found, I'd never seen before, for one. Because I really haven't played that long with the mods. And since I started streaming, I haven't really spent that much time playing on my own because I didn't want to make it, I don't know, I didn't want to play on my own if I'm going to be streaming it. You are going to load, aren't you? And this ruin is huge and fantastic and wonderful. So even though it's in an area that's not appealing to me because I prefer like grass and trees and stuff nearby, mountains. I love this ruin, so I'm going to build up my home here. And if that means placing a bunch of dirt blocks and growing my own grass area around the ruin, well, once I build it up, it's not going to be a ruin anymore. It's got me really inspired. I've got plans. I'm going to set up a whole courtyard and plant trees, and I'm pretty excited to be living in this ruin and building up a cool area to live. So that's what we are doing now. We just got established. We just found out that I had a cellar, which we haven't even explored much yet. So we're going to be looking at that cellar and just enjoying transforming that ruin into something beautiful and livable. And I will be going and hunting for more stuff to make the ruin cooler and better. But I had so much in it. And there's traders nearby, which I like. I like having traders within easy walking distance. Especially if they have stuff that I like to buy. Artist one is one of my favorites. The ones that sell the paintings and like the planters and stuff. I've got mods that allow you to make the planters, so I don't really need to just buy them. But you can't really get into that till late game because you need some of the tech from late game in order to get the dyes and stuff. Do that. So I like having that stuff sort of early on. It's fun and adds an element. So I tend to spend money on cosmetic stuff. Not just necessities. And like I said, this takes a long time to load. Last time I think I tried to load it before stream because I was worried about it being sort of boring just looking at a loading screen. But I did want to reiterate like what type of world this was and the settings that I had set up, and give you a chance to look at the mod list in the description while we wait for it to load. This always worries me when it does this, because this always looks like it can do this and then just shut down and not play. But it played last time, so we're just going to assume that's going to. It just takes a long time because of all the mods. Let's see, what other mods do I have in there? I have a lot of the food mods. I've got culinary archery, which you need now for expanded foods. And I've got like Acorns, and I have Wildcraft. But I don't have wild farming anymore. That one kept glitching out on me, so I got rid of that a while ago. I have the wild farm trees. Don't know if I have that one activated yet because it seems a bit glitchy too. So I don't remember if I actually had it set on. I don't think I do. And I have ones that make the tools, change the way you nap, change the way you blacksmith. Adds RPG qualities to the tools, like if they're rare, they have a little bit more durability, and that just happens at random, like when you pick it up. As well as let's see, an XP mod that allows you to earn XP from doing stuff like crafting, cooking, and surviving. Did I die? I don't remember dying. So I must load in when it's loading. So I need to make sure when I log out to be in a safe space, it seems like, because it must have turned to night while it was loading. And that means I died. That's a graveyard mod or a corpse layer mod. So all your stuff's on this corpse. So you're less likely to lose it. Which means now I have to try to troop my way back to my home. That's not going to be fun at all. Let's see what's this direction. Oh yeah, I had traders nearby my spawn. That helps. Oh wait, no, this is wild survival, so we are up to 5,000 blocks away from our last spawn. Okay. So, hello people. We have an artisan here, and a luxuries trader, and a furniture trader. Well, I didn't anticipate that. I guess we're starting over from scratch, essentially. I mean, all our stuff's in that ruin. We might be able to find it someday. And our corpse. So that will be something. But, this is a mod that's, kind of, adds group traders pretty much everywhere. There's more groups and less string. Okay, so if we can get a bowl, they have some cooked food that we can munch on. That's good to know. Yeah. I might just spend the night here, even though I've got no food. That's weird. Okay. Well, not in that house. This mod's still being developed too. Originally, you can even go inside the trader caravans. But, he switched it out so you could. Huh. Just a bunch of junk in that one. This where you guys live, really? It's like you're living on top of... Oh, you are! You spawned inside a ruin. Okay, I see. So the ruin spawned. And you spawned, and it's all glitched together. Gotcha! We should sleep and make it day. Just so I don't have to deal with drifters and stuff in the dark. Am I going to be glitched? Well, maybe. There we go. We can make it work. We made it out. Awesome. Okay, so starting from scratch because spawning, because I died because I didn't log out in a safe space, which is something I have to remember to do in the future. Let's start collecting flint again and sticks. It does look like I have the wild tree mod up, because that's all of those extra like that. That's definitely not one of the typical trees that are part of the game, so that's added by the mod. That answers that question right away. These ones too, cedars. You can tell pretty quickly if you have that mod. It also adds fruit trees, which is kind of nice. Adds a bunch of extra fruit trees. Let's go over here and see what we can see inside of... I like these, because sometimes you can get some cool stuff in there, but I don't have any inventory space, so we're just going to focus on flint for now. These are just stones. Sort of gonna circle out and look for materials. I'm not seeing any cattails nearby. We may have to resort to Oh, I know you're hungry. Let's get a knife out so we can at least get the herbs that are added by the Wildcraft mod as a source of food. Yeah, that's the napping mod, adds a lot more. I'm just gonna turn all these into knives. It'll only leave me one stick, but there's plenty of sticks about. Yeah, we're gonna eat these. Just to assuage our hunger for now, because we're already starving. And if anybody pops in, just, you know, let me know. That would help. So we can work on the audio. Let me know if you can hear me or whatever. Or it'll just end up being another poorly audio stream. That might happen. Oh, more yarrow. It's not the best food. Barely gives me anything. But it's better than starving to death. So it's what we will eat for now. We'll keep walking as we eat. So we gotta find a new place to live. Unless we get lucky and manage to re-find. This is kind of lucky. I'll go ahead and take that because I think I'm gonna wander for a minute. And I definitely want to take flax with me. Let's go get these berries over here. That gives us some more food. Ooh, that's a deep lake. It's got seaweed in it. That can be a good source of food once you start cooking. We are looking for cattails. I could also start collecting grass as we walk, because that will provide us with at least a little bit of inventory space. I have Backpacks Plus Plus, so grass pouches are the equivalent of the hand baskets from before. Hand baskets are even better than the grass baskets. And this This just makes it easier to get inventory space, especially if you end up in an area where cattails are fairly scarce. So let's get those made up. I think they go like that. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's throw those into the inventory. Move this around. We're going to have to get a axe out soon. Snowberries are not worth it. They're actually poisonous. I don't know if there's a way to make them non-poisonous, but I know for a fact that they're poisonous. And I heard a wolf calling just a minute ago, so we've got to show some caution in this area. There's definitely wolves nearby. We'll keep collecting berries as we walk, because that's a good food source for now. It'll keep us going. We're trying to find a place to live. This more flax? Yeah. Go ahead and collect this. And just eat it straight up because that's going to get our grain levels up. Eating it raw. Ooh, raspberry bushes. This is a good source of a lot of berries. You have to be careful not to touch the bushes themselves. They're spiky. They do quite a bit of damage. Well, I like how grassy this area is. It's not exactly green, but we're already in fall because I have short seasons. So this is gonna be really hard to survive because I have the days so short. We'll keep looking around and gathering stuff. Mature turnips. We don't have enough time to grow anything, I don't think. The turnips grow fast, so I guess collecting turnips would be good, especially since it's easy to find turnips on the move. We could gather that sedge. That would at least allow us to make a basket. To put stuff in. Not like the hand baskets, but like the reed baskets. The ones you put on the ground. Looks like I'm pretty far north because I know cattails don't grow in the north and I just haven't seen any. So I'm figuring I'm pretty far north for there to be little to no cattails here. Which is going to make things more difficult. It's going to make things colder. It's going to make winter come faster. Here's clay. More flax. Let's get a shovel made. And start collecting. Okay, so this can also orient us. I figured out that the shovel in this mod always faces east, so that's pointing east, so that means that's north and that's south. So if I want to try to head south, I've got to head behind me now. And I'm not quite sure where the traders were that I wandered from, but they were east. They were that way. Mostly wandered west, it appears. So we'll just gather some clay real quick. I was having a really hard time finding clay in my last playthrough, or in my last life. Reincarnation and all that. So I definitely want to make sure I grab clay when I find it. because I don't want to be stuck in that same position again where I have a place to live, but finding clay has suddenly become like the thing that I need to do. Yeah, I know. So we're gonna grab a couple stacks of clay, even though we're short on inventory, just because I know we're gonna need it. Like one vessel takes almost a whole stack. And we're probably gonna want to make a vessel fairly quickly, and we'll also need clay for the cooking pots and the bowls. Though I could have stolen the trader's cooking pot. I've done that before. If I find another trader, I probably will. It'll save me a little bit of effort. A couple more, and then we're going to move on, and we're going to start actively heading south. I don't want that. Let's place these flowers down so I'm not carrying them. And the clay there. And we're just going to toss this extra clay into the water because we don't need it. Gather some more of that. Gather some more sedge. I guess we're still kind of heading west, but we're going to keep heading south as much as possible. Pick up some sticks, that would be good. Now we're getting to forest, so that's kind of scary. There's more likely to be wolves here. We know that because of the horsetail and the blueberries always spawn in forest. And wolves always spawn in forest, so you start running across the horsetail or the blueberries, and you know the wolves are not far behind. We can also eat this sedge in a pinch. It also acts as a sort of food item. Whoa. Well, yay. Bears. Well, hello, we're back. You always spawn near a trader, so you know that. You know to just look for your nearest trader. Oh, peridotite. We're not in a gravel area anymore. Oh, I love peridotite areas. So this is better. Maybe we're further south. That'd be nice. We actually find some cattails. And there's a lot of herbs around here. Hi, mister. You're a luxuries trader, so I'm not gonna have anything for you to buy, like, at all. I know, we lag just a bit. But you do have some beds and some chests to put things in. And temporarily, this could be a nice little, what's the word? Place to just get on our feet and hopefully not die again. Okay, so there's forest over there. There's a good amount of water right here. We have cattails. So we just need to grab some sticks. And we're in business. There is actually flint, like, if I wanted to not hunt for flint and I had a pickaxe, I could dig down here and actually collect flint directly from the ground. So when there is flint on the surface or ore of any kind, you can guarantee that there's that same ore underground directly below it. That's sort of a trick in this game for finding what you need. Ooh, that was like a willow branch or something. Let's break down these Douglas fir branches instead. Don't even know if I can use those as like sticks or anything, or if they're just burnables. Let's look at it. It's willow cane. Willow cane will allow you to make a fence. So sort of useful. And I'm pretty sure you can burn it too. Just want to gather a few more sticks. So I can start making all the trappings of useful tools and all that. I'm assuming if you're watching me that you have at least some experience with Vintage Story. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I do try to explain things a bit. I don't want to spend all my time explaining things. So we're gonna go back to collecting sedge, and we might just grab the grass for the grass pouches, because it's just really fast and easy. I can collect a lot of grass fairly quickly, and at least gets us going. I think we're just gonna set up camp here. Normally I like to find a ruin and use that as a starting base, but after that bear attack, I'm feeling a little less adventurous, and it's getting closer and closer to winter, and I need to have like a roof and stuff. I need to have a hut to live in, or I'm just going to die when the cold comes. So we're going to focus on just getting settled at this new place that I spawned. We can go exploring later. I think that's enough. Okay. There we go. Got our pouches back. Okay. Some more food options. With this being wilderness survival, I might actually want to use these. Can be used for healing, so I might save these ones for healing and try to make myself some healing poultices with these herbs. Not all the herbs can be used for healing. I'm pretty sure these ones I'm gathering and those ones I just gathered can be. As well as horsetail, of course. But if I gather these reeds, first thing I'm doing is to make some healing herbs. And then I'm gonna cut down a tree. And we might just dig up some dirt and mix it with straw to make cob and make a cob house. That seems like a very efficient use of our time, which time is our rarest resource. So let's get an axe set up here. Without the napping mod, the axe will also point you east and west, but because the napping mod has the axes like this, you can't really tell. Though I can tell that that's either east and west, and that's north and south, somewhat, with the axes. I won't be able to fully know. Okay. Let's get bear nut log cut down. More cane. Okay, we do need to get one more stick. And we can make a shovel and dig out the dirt. There's some sticks first. And a cedar seed, so we're going to replant that. Let's make a shovel. Now we can really orient ourselves. Okay, so that's east. So thinking about digging out this dirt right here, knocking it down essentially. You're already here. Okay. We're gonna go be besties with the trader. Hi, trader. Will you be your bestie for the night? Let's see what we can do with this. I think I can make a little bit of health. Is that not? Nope, that one's not one of them. Well, that's the problem. Okay. Well, we can at least eat it then. Yeah, I know, sir. Really appreciating you let me stay here. Can I just put some stuff in this basket for you to hold on for me? Like, that would really help. And I can't do that. Okay. We're just gonna sleep. Good night. That will be better. Sleeping is always better. Now we have a temporal storm coming. Well, that's not scary at all. Yeah, I don't even have a spare or basic armor or anything. I would need like 4 more pieces of grass to even build basic armor. I'm just hoping they don't spawn in here, to be honest. If they do, would you like protect me or something? That would be great. I'm standing on an echo chamber. Vera, I very much appreciate you sharing your home with me. You've never seen a temporal storm. They spawn the drifters from the rift world. And they're flashing because they're not quite here. And they hit you really, really, really hard. Like, I'm gonna instantly die from most of those guys. And there's normally big giant gears in the sky, but I haven't seen any of those. Maybe there are a couple, they're just not in my point of view, but I don't want to stick my head out too far. So we're just going to sit here and look at things. So we could make some fences out of this stuff. Some of the basic tools. I'm probably just going to turn this into firewood. Get us started in the firewood department. I would love to make some, let's see. See, we can make this into poultices. Just by itself, it only does 2. If we could find one of the other herbs that it works with, like the marigold would be 6, or marshmallow would be 6, or holly would be 6. Lavender doesn't do as good. Thyme would be 4, yarrow would be 4, sage would be 3. I think I saw some marshmallow out there, so when this is over, we might go hunt down some marshmallow real quick so we have some poultices. And I am about to starve to death, so emergency food activated. You are now our yummy food. This is going to take like half the day or a few hours. We're just going to sit here. Well, a few minutes in game or out of game. I'm glad I collected all that so I won't starve. Okay. Now have wood to make a fire with. Is this how you make cob? Yes. So it turns 4 dirt into 10 cob. And it's pretty easy to collect grass. So we'll be able to make ourselves a little hidey home pretty quickly. Probably do a thatch roof, and I'll probably set it fairly nearby. I was thinking about against that hill right there. It's pretty close to the trader, but when we get a pick, we can dig into the hill to make a cellar, which would be pretty convenient. So that's probably the best idea, is to build it up against a hill. So it's going to be a lot of grass gathering here once this storm is over. Oh, you have orange mallow in your pot. You've been down south, haven't you? I know that flower only grows down south. And that also means we're close enough that we can run over here and use this as a shelter anytime we need to. And we can use these chests to store extra stuff, so we don't have to worry about getting vessels right away. This is our gear. It is turning down, but not too quickly because this is a light storm. In certain areas it turns down fast. And there's certain areas in the world where it just goes down. It's temporarily unstable there. You have to keep an eye on this, because if it gets too low, you'll start glitching into the Rift world, just like they're glitching into our world. And if you glitch into their world, well, there's a lot more of them there, and they will just straight up murder you. So, not good. But I think you have to get below like 25 or 20% for you to be close to that happening. So you just keep an eye on it, and it will go back up as long as we're in a temporal stable area. Okay. Did those guys all... Like, if you hit them, they might linger, but for the most part, at the end of a storm, the temporal guys will just disappear, which is nice. I'm gonna pick more of this for... Didn't mean to break that. For our dinner, because we're basically living off of wild greens. This isn't marshmallow, this is chicory. Ooh, chicory's a good one. I'm tempted to fully break these. At least a couple of them. So chicory is special. It's actually got a root. So we have 15. I'm gonna break 5 of these for the root, because I can replace them with the ones. That leaves me a little bit. Let's grow a few more. So the root, actually, see, this gives you 35 sat. This gives you 80 sat. The root is actually worth more than the in terms of saturation, and I think you can cook it too, making it worth even more. So I'm just going to grow a patch here, and then I have this root to cook. There's a couple others that have got roots. Okay, let's gather a bunch of grass so we can start getting our building up. And then we need to get some more wood so we can make a gate or a door. And that dirt already, that's okay. We don't need to worry about that. be starting putting up the cob here. See, it's already house shaped, so just do it like that. Do it like that. We just build out from it. Okay, I don't know how to do a small starter house. I never have. I like my place to be a little bit nice, so we are going to be spending a few minutes making this nice. Okay. Send this all the way across. Nice little door in the middle. I'll punch out windows later. I'm gonna need a little bit more. I'll probably end up digging up this floor and turning into packed dirt, just so I don't have to worry about the grass growing in here. Since the dirt like falls in wilderness survival, you learn pretty quickly to make cob or packed dirt. In fact, I tend to keep a stack of packed dirt with me when I'm traveling and stuff, because that's the only way to build like a quick dirt safety net. Okay, that gives me a pilt kiln, and I was going to use this corner to put the vessel in or the basket in to protect it, because if you put a vessel in a hole, it's more likely to stay cooler, so your stuff stays cooler and your food lasts longer. It's really important with like meat. Meat's the one that degrades really fast. Fruit kind of degrades fast too, but right now I'm eating everything I can get my hands on, so that's not really a concern. Food storage is not yet a concern. Okay. We also want to be making this hay bales. It's gonna take a lot of grass to do that. Ooh, there is a ruin right here. Let's go check it out. There we go. There's a couple ruins. Okay, well maybe we don't need to have that be our home. Depends on how these ruins are. Here's the marshmallow. No, licorice. Licorice is food. Olivine. Okay, that's cool. Nice, not gonna break it. Sometimes you have to break things by hand. It's just the way this game goes. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to find a way up into this. It's like a grave almost. Oh, at least it gave me some monies. I mean, there's not really anything on that trader I want to buy, but I might find a different trader. Let's just stack a block here so we can go inside. Ooh, that's a win. That's a hell of a win. So let's dig up all this bony soil. Bony soil is actually really useful because you can pan it for gears and gems, arrowheads, spearheads. So, let's put this stuff in here. We want to eat that. Now we have a vessel. This would be a perfect little hidey hole for when the temporal storms happen. So what I think I'm going to do is break this bit here to fill in that ceiling. And this is going to become like my area to come hide when the storms come. Okay, let's check out this ruin. Oh, there's a few here. More dock. I'm not gonna bypass food. Already used up all my knives. Okay then. Let's make another set. That's why I like that the snapping allows you to make more. It takes up a little bit more inventory space in the beginning, but you go through knives so fast that it's really non-issue. Especially with all the modded stuff to break, like these. I'm going through a ton of knives collecting all this brass. Cranberry bushes. So that's a food source. Scoochie in here. Okay, this is like a tower thing. There is a cranberry bush in here. Let's use a hay bale, sort of give us a way up here. And I don't want this dropping all over the place, so I'm going to bring it down. So normally all the ruins are made of granite. One of the mods I has changes that. Ooh, tools! And some rice. Do good cooking. And some free cattails. And feathers. Changes it so the ruins are made of different types of stones. Since the ground's all made of different types of stones, it just makes sense the ruins are made of different types of stone. I'll just put that back there. I don't need to have the one piece of gravel there. Okay. Like this wouldn't be protected against a storm. It's a cool little tower thing, but I don't know if I would want to make that into a home. I might break it down later and use its bits to make my home better. More chicory! I'm just gonna grab all of this. Let's throw that down and get out the vessel. Probably want that out. This is a lore book. And we want to put that away. Okay, it's becoming night again. Let's check out this last ruin. I really love ruins in the beginning of the game because there's a small chance that you'll get a copper tool out of one of the tool vessels. So I love finding tool vessels, and the forge vessels means you don't have to forge as much. You can just break them for stuff. This was just a tiny little, but it's got shale. Yeah, I think we'll keep with our little cop house for now. But we're definitely going to need more dirt, because it's going to take too long to collect all the thatch needed to make the roof. So we're just going to make a cob roof outline or underneath. And then we'll replace it with thatch, or add thatch on top of it when we finally get enough. Need to hurry and get this dug up. We don't have any clay yet, so we're definitely going to have to go on a hunt for clay tomorrow so we can start doing that. Let's fill that in a little. Get in here. Do this. And use this to block up the door. Hay works really well because it's easy to break. And we definitely need to seal this in. It won't be safe until it's sealed in. Okay. Let's use that to sort of make a way up. We can get this done. Make sure there's overlap. So they can't just come in. Okay, we're gonna put the fire here. We are now relatively enclosed. Put the vessel here. I'm pretty sure we can cook these. Nope. Nope, we could just eat them. Okay, I thought we could cook them. They do give us good saturation. We can definitely do something with that. Put the rice in there, so we'll just store better. Bean in there. Store that on the ground. Use this to make a hay bed so we can sleep in our little hidey hole. And we've got enough sticks and to make one torch. Oh, that was also enough to make a lighter. Okay, I'm going to need another stick. See if we can quickly gather one from a nearby tree or bush. Anything really. Just give me sticks. There we go. A couple more sticks. Gather some grass real quick. Fill in the door again. So to make a fire starter, you need 2 sticks, 1 grass. Actually, I don't need to do it that way. Because they changed it, so you're not just lighting sticks on fire, you can just put a torch on the ground and light it directly. There we go. And they made it so you can put extra tools against the wall, which is really nice. There we go. And those things mean the torch won't extinguish, otherwise it would. So we've got a place to cook. We're doing pretty good this time around. I'm just going to stick these on the wall just to have them stuck on the wall. Put these other bee needs in here. We're going to need to find a cooking pot or clay to make cooking pots. Just turn that back into grass. We don't have the means to, it's pretty dark out there. We don't have the means yet. Oh, except for one. We did need one. This grass would be a good way to seal this off. See, it says vegetable 3, grain 2, other 4. We can look at the grain in here. It's 9 years. That's 1.5 years. It's 2 days. And then we put that over it. Now, grain's much longer. That only went up by a couple days. Oh well. We do have this, so we can buy some stuff if we can find it. Excuse me. I'm gonna take a little break here. And see what's going on with my dogs. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. They're barking at the neighbor, is what I found out. Because they're dogs. It's fairly annoying. This is kind of boring. There's not much to do when it is dark outside. One of the things I do like to do is to go into the handbook and start reading up on some of the stuff that I can do with the mods. So like Ancient Tools is one of my mods. And so it has a mortar and pestle that I can make. Allows me to grind things. I can make the adds. Oh yeah, that would be a good way to make some storage. I could strip bark from trees. And then I can use the tree bark to make bark baskets. Or I can use birch and pine bark to make some salves. But that's a little bit later because you need like beeswax for it. And I can make them into flour, which helps. I can make a curing rack. Hang salted meat on it. And I can make pitch. With powdered charcoal and resin. Which I think I can grind in the mortar, actually. So that might be another solution to having some lighting. They don't go out in the rain. There's a bunch of expanded food stuff. And a bunch of information about the different types of crafting mechanics in the game. About the Urks, which are added by the medieval mod. Cellar ice. Primitive survival. Quick start guide. Primitive survival is really good for getting food really early. You can make traps. And fish traps. And that allows you to do better. I've got Stone Quarry. There's Wildcraft. Extended Workbench that makes chiseling eater. And Temple Tinker adds a bunch of content. Ruins. Mechanics. Changes the locust. Changes the drifter drops to have temporal essence. And then I have a mod that changes this so it's easier to look up stuff. So you can look up items, tools, clothing, creatures, anything that's marked as ground storageable. You can just click on it and it makes it really easy to find stuff. So that's pretty nice. We need to find clay though. And wait, it's pretty early in the night. We've got plenty of food in our system. Let's just sleep the night away. I'll speed this up way faster. Maybe I should just make some armor too before I go out. I would like to not have to start over again. Let's see. It does take 9 armor if I remember right. And it's something like this. Something like that. Let's take a closer look. We just needed a knife. Put a knife in there. Knife. There we go. Put the rest of this back. And this is our character. We'll put the armor on there. That's going to give us a little more protection. We also should try to make a rabbit trap. Because that would give us a way to make a hat for warmth for the winter time. With the hide and fabric mod. So we need to... Oh, more cattails are back. They respawned already. Okay, so we need to get a little bit more flint. And nap an adez. Nap a hoe. So we can put the something in the ground and build a rabbit trap around it. Rabbits in this game will hunt down and try to eat your food. And so you have to fence all your food in to keep the rabbits away. But you can use that to your advantage and set up a farm with a pit nearby. And then when the rabbits come to get your food, they'll fall in the pit, making them easy targets for looting. Okay, if I remember right, that's north. So we're heading east. That's a big mountain. We definitely need sticks. So, oh, this is willow branches. Oh well, we can burn it. Or make fence out of it. Oh, that would be good for the window. Maybe we should get that on purpose. What are these? Bear nuts. For a second that looked like terra preta, which is the best soil for farming with. So whenever possible you want to try to get it. And I've decided I'm going to use... Don't jump into the raspberry bush. That would hurt. So we'll use the willow. For making fences, which we're going to use for our windows. And I think that will look really nice. And we need to make a hoe and a adez. Which, one trick you can use is if you only have a couple pieces of flint, you can go ahead and get your knapping started, and then use a regular stone to basically create it. You don't have to have flint to knap flint. And then if you don't want to be carrying around the stone, I mean, there's stones everywhere. So they're easy to just place back on the ground and walk away. And you still get your thing that you wanted. I am collecting all this cattail because I think it's really important to have this cattail. The winter weather coming. Cattail is one of the more useful. Harvestables. I did not mean to collect more raspberry bush. So the Wildcraft mod makes it so that you have to use knives to collect bushes. I could just break this bush and it won't come to me. So you use a knife and it takes off cuttings. So we're just gonna go around and break a bunch of branchy bushes. Basically mini trees. Scarf down a bunch of raspberries. Raspberries are pretty prolific. They grow in big groups and they spread quite quickly. It's very tempting to cut down that tree. That would give me a fair amount of wood. I don't think I can adez it because I think it's one of the modded woods. Douglas fir. If you crouch and press H, sometimes it'll let you know about the block you're looking at. Oh, I'm in ancient tools. Doug. Yeah, I don't think there's a bark thing for this. No, there is. I can make a bark basket out of Douglas fir. Okay. Oh, it might not work on that because it is, yeah. It is glitched. That's interesting. But it is presenting me with bark. That's interesting too. I think this would give me a good amount of wood, so I think I'm going to cut this tree down. But I am going to need more axe. I'm sure. This is a big tree. And I've totally forgotten about getting clay, because now we're collecting tree. But that's okay. We will get there. We needed basket stuff too. Okay, let's work on chopping this down. This is going to take a long time because chopping time is based on how many blocks you're breaking. And it counts all the blocks in a tree. So this could pretty much take forever. Oh, well, we were stuck last night. We could have looked at the journal just a little bit. And read that one journal piece we found. I'm gonna get a sip of water. Okay. It's starting to break. You can see the lines. So it didn't count those as being part of the tree. That's interesting. Okay. And now that they're not attached, since they're not attached to each other. Huh. Well, this became a mess. I thought the whole tree would come down, and it didn't. Wow, we can make our first bark basket here. Like that. That's how you made them. No, full circle. And use this to put our logs away. Definitely need more bark. Am I gonna have to place it? Yes, I'm gonna have to place it. Okay. What's that? Flax. Already have flax. No, we don't. That was the other life. Okay. Oh, we definitely need to like burn this into something we can you can mix these. I just need to move that one over. Okay. So like right here. Let's see. Okay, I will do it in sections if I hit the right block. I just got seriously confused. By the setup of this tree. So a little bit further. Please tell me this is gonna break like most of this. You can do it! It did, but it just ran out of Okay. We are going to immediately turn this into more X, I think. X. We need stone to make that happen. I can turn that into planks, but not anything else. Okay, I'm not going to be doing planks for a while, so you are gone. Worthless. Unwanted. Horrifying the unwanted. That screamed help. Okay. like we collected all the loose logs. Leaving us no space. So we're going to head back and fill the chest. Oh, that's clay. Okay. Well, I got lucky. I was supposed to be looking for clay and I forgot and I got distracted by breaking down a tree. Oh, that's extra space that we don't need to waste. You're a tree seed. You can go back in the ground where you belong. We're going to finish off this shovel picking up clay. Then we're going to finish bringing the wood back. You can kind of use this as temporary storage as long as you remember not to close your inventory. This is going to be plenty of clay to get us going. Okay. What just happened there? Okay. Somehow that shovel broke and came back into existence. So that was weird. Let's go ahead and we have a barrel. Okay. Let's go ahead and fill this with like so. Okay. Let's put all the wood I just gathered in here. And down here we had reeds. Just do that. Put some seeds in there. We want to take some of that wood for turning into logs. Okay. Let's go home and get started on making the things we wanted to make. let's pull that out. Put that in. Pull that out. Chain. Let's see if we can make a thing with that. Okay. I'm gonna put these things in here. Actually, I thought we could make something with that. I think we can make scrap weapons with this. Yeah, with a stick. Or just straight. Okay, that's a little OP. This allows you to make, well, weapons, essentially, which can give you a one-up on any enemies you're dealing with. Those two. That there. Okay. We're gonna get started on making the things we need to survive. Right off the bat, we're going to need a cooking pot. Faster, 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 faster. The cool thing is I'm pretty sure even when I die, I still keep the skills from the first time I was playing, or the XP, from the XP mod, essentially, the skills mod. So, crock. That was a meteorite explosion. I don't know if you heard it. And what else? Bowl, a crock, cooking pot. Don't need a crucible yet. Maybe either another bowl or another crock. do another crock. Feed this. Okay, center, single. Okay, there we go. This is going to be turned into firewood. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't have the grass that we need. Okay, let's risk it. We need like, what, 10 pieces of grass to fire up this pit kiln? Okay. Grass. Sticks. Firewood. And it's actually easier to just use torch to light it. And then let's find out how to make that fence we saw. There's 4. Okay. That's a lot of fence. Here. Okay then. That seems pretty well done. Whoa. I didn't realize those would light on fire. Ew, that's dangerous. Okay. You can do it. You can light. Lighty, lighty, lighty. But I think I'm gonna put that there instead. Let's go to my inventory. We can make a reed basket. We actually have enough. Pretty sure these light on fire too, so we're going to put it over here. Throw the reeds in there. And put the bee grenades in there too. Now that my inventory is a little more organized. Is allowed. It is noon. Put that in there. Oh, we can make hand baskets. Yay. Okay. This one will replace this one. And then those have to go in those slots so that this one can replace this one. Empty, empty. And this one can replace this one. Oh, we're one short. Oh well. Okay, and then these can be cut down with a knife back into straw. Put our extra cob in there. Put our extra. There we go. And we want the packed dirt here. We want to handleize these hoes. We definitely need to be trying to make a garden. And we're just gonna have to eat this because we don't want to starve. And we just have to eat these. Okay, we are a bit more set up. That's going to take the time that it takes. We do need to find a way to make a door. That's just going to take some wood and some sticks. But all our wood is over there. We'll keep our extra knives on us. Actually put the hoe and Ides by the door. Okay, a little bit more organized. We don't need those for lights, so I'm not going to bother with making those light. When I start to build more buildings, I will definitely be using those to provide lighting. Let's sleep. Actually, I could be making more pottery. So let's not sleep too long. We can have it in the wings or when we are ready. So we need a vessel. And this will take a while to build, so we might as well build it while we're waiting for daylight to come. You can't put clay outside of the area, you can only put it inside the area where it's not wanted. So you can use that to your advantage with some of the bigger placers. And once you get a line up, if this next line is the same, you just use the duplicate button to sort of speed through. Because I can make a mortar and pestle right now, I'm probably going to build a fire clay oven like right off the bat, because I can make dough just straight off the bat with the mods. Oops. Round and round. I gotta make the pieces for this. With one of the mods it adds multiple components to the vessel, so it takes a bit more effort to make a vessel, which is why finding vessels is even better. And the clay mod allows you to make stuff out of various clay. You even have one that adds clay. To finding it. Like, we found fire clay, but we could have found brown clay or red clay. So those are going to have to be put into the pit kiln, and then we're going to make it over here. One oven. This takes a lot of clay. We've got more in our bin. And I'm able to dry berries in an oven with the expanded foods mods. So that's very useful because berries become unfresh in a couple of days, rot in a couple of days, even inside a vessel. So I like using the oven to sort of make all my berries last longer. Let's go more clay. Just keep going. Almost morning time. We'll get done with this in a timely enough manner. Slayer. cross out again, so just add more to the stack. That's why I need to make sure I had a roof. I know you're hungry. I was hoping to get the pot done so we could cook the rice with the onions. Make a bit of a porridge. Just a little longer. We're gonna finish this oven. And then we'll go get our foods. I'm gonna stick it there. Okay, guess we're eating just straight up onion. Cob, but I need to be planting stuff in the hopes that it will grow. 5 days. It might grow. Grab some wood. And let's try to create a little rabbit trap right here. Okay, and then we'll just do that. And we'll do this. I don't want this falling in. Okay, just make a fence to discourage the rabbits. Need to go like that. Has to be an axe. Okay. 2, 3. I want to pick that up. And this one. And I think we're going to want to dig here. We're going to need, we can do this, which will grow those more. And then we're just going to put that there. And I don't know if they're going to be able to get up past the waterfalls. I mean, that's kind of the point. I might need more fence. Definitely need to put that in. Yeah, I'm gonna fence it in a little bit more. Dessert, nut. I do want them to try to get in, just I want them to end up in the drink. Let's do this. Maybe turn that into soil spot. It's going to glitch every single time. Okay. They were talking about bundle estate. Not that. Those, I thought. Huh. The problem is how do I get out of this now? I need a way to keep those from falling, essentially. I like using these for underwater protection. And I want to put the seeds in. Okay. can only get in one way. That might just be easier. I know you're dying. I'm trying to make sure I don't starve this winter. And you're dying right now. Okay, so at least that's a start. We'll see if that works. Let's eat some sedge. One, two, three, 5, 6 pieces of sedge. Just take the edge off the hunger. Okay. Surprised at how quickly these are growing back. Oh, it's because I have the day shortened. So everything's gonna grow a bit more quickly. Okay. So let's go look for more food. After I put this wood back in my house. And I turn this into packed earth. That's gonna make that easier for dealing with stuff. Okay, we need to really focus on finding food right now. Harvesting all the bushes we can. Finding all the grains. Getting some more branches. More sticks. All of those things are going to help us survive this winter. We now have plenty of wood. The sticks are going to help us build traps. Traps are going to help us have meat. I don't know if those onions are going to survive, but they're more likely to survive than some things. We can find some more ruins with some more stuff in it. Oh, here's more clay. We've got blue clay here. Okay, that's good. Gather what other herbs we can. This is how we do it. This is how we survive. Oh, Really? That's one of the big ones. That's like the one I found before. I mean, this is a completely different area. We're not in gravel, but this looks like the giant castle thingy I found before that had all the things. It is. Look at that. It's also filled with water? It's filled with water. Let's see if we can squishy in here. Oh, and step on spikes. Okay. There is so much water in here. Display case right here. Well, this is going to be very helpful. Except for that water. We're going to have to try to find a way to stop that. We can plug this one up easily. It's coming out of there, right? This is going to give us a lot of gears and tables and seats even. There's an altar. I think there's even a vessel in here. Yes, there is. It's got carrots. Seeds. Okay then. Let's gather what we can quickly because it's getting dark. I'm gonna want to gather a table. Should we try to move in here? We can't break the tables. We wouldn't let it take it with us. We can take all that though. I think we should try to move in here. I think that would be an excellent idea. I was really excited to live in the last castle. Whew. It's still going to take a lot of work to clean this up. I'm glad we have a different place to stay. Go check to see what's over in these chests. Resin. Necklace. And a fail. Okay. So... Weinbat Records lore. There's even some paintings? Okay. We can put the necklace on. That's cool. Okay, let's get out of here. We're definitely not going to be able to move in this tonight. And it's pretty, like, foresty around it. So we're going to want to clear away some branches and stuff. that is not far from our base at all. We could totally fix that up and turn that into our new home. That would be super cool. Oh, let's go throw some of the excess stuff into the merchant thing. Oh, I want to plant those turnips in the rye. It's got a really good cold resistance. Middle chest we're gonna put. Nope, we're gonna put the resin and the ingot in the middle chest. You would actually buy the necklace for 5 gears. Or any stories I found. What are you selling? Nothing very affordable. I mean, I'm tempted to buy the glass. Just to have some glass. You'll buy the chest that was in there too? Oh, a lot of money. I think I'll buy the glass so we have glass for our windows. I think we'll do that. And we'll plant these really quick over here. I'm worried if I leave that there, then the rabbits are going to be able to get out. Should let me. I'm having trouble getting out too. If I can figure out how to get out without having a block in place. Nope. Okay. We're gonna have to set that up a little better. Okay, so that's exciting. We have a whole new castle to do stuff with. Got a bunch more torches. There's more and more stuff there. Whew. We're gonna be able to do a lot. This is definitely now our temporary home. Set this under here. Make some porridge. We've got some linen too. Okay, let's get this started. So we don't die again. We'll have 2 castles. Yay. Let's get this vessel started. This whole hut might just become my pit kiln hut. Come on. Slash gardening hut. So I'll put all the gardens over here because you don't want them in the forest. Okay, so actually, you really don't need worry about using the crocks yet, because we're just super hungry. So we've got a fresh hot meal. These I'm going to transfer into the merchant's tent. Come. And we can take these over to the thing to help light it up. I'm sure it doesn't have enough of these. Okay, we've learned our lesson the first time. We can't put them over there. Let the food just cook a little bit longer, just for fun. So by the merchants, we're going to set up our gardens over here. This is going to be our gardening slash pit kiln shack. So we're probably going to want a pit kiln in our castle when we get to that point. So we'll probably end up bringing most of this stuff over in this corner, except for we'll leave that fire pit there to help keep us warm. We're just going to take a minute, light up all these torches. Okay. got this basket we can take over there. Or should we leave? We should leave one of these baskets here. Probably the bark basket. And then we'll leave the scrap metal here, the bee-nades. No, it's just going back in here. And that's not the point. The point is we're going to take this stuff with us. Seriously? I was burning those. That's awesome. What happens when you leave a pit open? You just shift click. Doot, doot, doot. Doot. These are all gonna go in the hut. What, a minute? Okay, so what I want to do, I'm not going to sell the book. Let's go to J. Yeah, it keeps track of all of the things we've gotten so far. So maybe we should read some of these. So we've got letters, quartermaster's ledger, date unknown. Our food stocks are depleted. We've only the dried wolf and rabbit meat left. Largely, we're left to chewing leather now. Our vests, our boots, our belts. We drew our last breaths. The huntsman corpse managed to trap 2 healthy squirrels and a gray gosling. Not more than 10 hours ago, I'd wager. It was not nearly enough to feed all the workmen. The ones in the mines had to be prioritized, as expected of their labor. Despite the additional mail, their health is declining. We are running out of options. Furthermore, Joseph, Barda, and Jarin were taken this day. They did not go willingly. The others might still have a chance. I have to believe so for my own sake. Constant clamoring. People shouting. I'm worried. Things were quieter before. We had almost given up. Nobody spoke. We were just desperately worked on the project. But now it's almost time to wake it. And the people are excited. They're too excited. They don't know. They don't understand. I don't even understand it. What have we created? What greater doom have we wrought upon ourselves? We should have all died. Maybe we should have all just died when the rock came for us. I begin to see things even when I'm not gazing through the lens. Walking down the halls, looking at the prints, suddenly my vision shifts, and I'm in a world I cannot comprehend. I'm in the other world, and it is leaking into this one. I begin to notice its effects, my creations, cherished by the people and without which this project could never succeed. They are strange to me now. There's something wrong with them. It is the otherworldliness I have given to them. A golem was found 2 shifts ago with blood and mutilation splattered across its plates. The workmen, they wrote it off as an accident, but I know better. Dimitri's notes. These are the findings of Dimitri Arba regarding the natural philosophies of Caden Hill University. I cannot seem to make sense of it myself. It irks me terribly. Lord Chamberlain Floss will be here within the month. No doubt he will carry with him the end of my erudition. I failed to provide him with his answers. My only consolation here is that the other scholars have failed more bitterly than I. One of them, the older, gaudish fellow, caught fire to his laboratory trying to enunciate the black filth. As for me, I have loathed to even approach it, this excrement, whatever it may be. I catch myself on the edge of prudence whenever I investigate it. It seems to spread, regardless of condition. No procedure I have tried can halt it. I facilitate between fury and flight. How should I kill it? What can I do to stop this? And all the same, what can I do? Can it be stopped? What dreadful scourge is this? Enough of this. The dark substance haunts my thoughts, but I will not suffer its rule. The Lord Chamberlain will be here soon. I intend to have results. So the rot seems to have been created. And then in response to the rot, they created golems to keep them alive. That's what the drifters are. They are golems. I'm not the reflective type. I was taught from a young age that life is better treated as a task. There's work to be done, so do it, and do not complain. Thinking seemed like a luxury. I still follow that creed, but I have in my time come to see the power of thought. Thought has lifted me out of despairing poverty. Thought has given my village the strength to survive the harsher seasons. Thought has seen my people raise their voices in hope for the first time in years. And speaking, of course, of him, my friend and companion, Jonas Fawkes. Our task here will be done in some few days. I wish to make record of the events that have transpired until this point. I do not know if any will live to read this. But I cannot leave it be. A madness compels me to write, though I am no learned master. The task would be better set for Jonas, but he is in no condition to complete it. I digress. Allow me to start from the beginning, and forgive me my shortcomings. Brief discussions with a traveler. This is more like a play. Act 1, Scene 1, a large study filled with charters and packaging. Odwin at his desk, working intently. Enter Traveler suddenly. Traveler observes Odwin in his study for a few moments. Odwin has not noticed him. Traveler. I can see you've spent quite a lot of time here. Odwin, startled. What? Who? See here now? Who's there? Who stands before me? If you no appointment, be gone from my office. I've no time for the rabble. Traveler. I wonder if you might reconsider. How different are you from them when your worth is weighed in full? Odwin. I can't understand what you mean. Just look out there. Look at the people digging for worms, digging for carrots and iron. I've risen above that through my own work. Why be a grub when you could be a lion? Why does it matter if they suffer as a result? The lion does not cry over its meal. Traveler. Perhaps you're right, sir, though I cannot but hope for otherwise. What a cruel world you paint yourself in. I wonder, what will you do when a greater lion comes hungry for you? Indeed, he will not cry for you. Must you then cry alone at the end? Hump, what sentiment is this? We are alone from the beginning. Should I encounter overwhelming foe, it is my own weakness that I have to blame. Exit Traveler suddenly. Of course no one will weep for me. Ah, but he is already gone. Diet of Kings. There is a story around this Jonas Fawkes. Scribe's notes. 1318. Master Jonas Fawkes. This would be 70 years ago. Please come forth. The lords and ladies rose when he entered the room. Even the kings gave him small gestures of welcome. He walked into the center of the court, his attendant behind him, bearing a great collection of drafts. My lords, I am sure you're now aware if we face a nightmarish threat. This disease, or plague as it's been called, is not overly complex, neither is it beyond our vision. It is quite simply desolation made manifest. Here his attendant began laying out a number of medical diagrams upon the floor. Master Fawkes issued from one parchment to the next, gesturing as he went. It rots the body in its entirety. It begins externally with numbness and doctor's skin. Proceeding further into the ligaments, the victim may lose control of entire limbs. Eventually the flesh sloughs off in small heaps. By this time the victim is likely entered a cataleptic state. This may as well be a blessing for them. The rot will have overtaken their eyes and ears now, depriving them of their senses. Arriving at the last parchment, he paused and gazed upon it. Many of the gathered assembly also leaned forward to see the image more clearly. From the scribe's desk, it appeared only to be a dropping mass of charcoal smearings. This is all that remains of the poor souls. In its final stages, the rot consumed the mind and body whole, leaving nothing left of distinction. Here His Majesty the King of Undland interjected. Is there truly no method of treating this malady? What preventions are available to us? No preventions, Your Grace, save total isolation for the populace. Even such a drastic method as that will only last until the food supply is infected. As for treatments, I have found none. Perhaps some of my betters from the Academy have made progress, but judging by their silence, I think not. He paused again here and cleared his throat. It is certain death, however, to stand here now to offer you a better fate. This is our new one, Blind Bat Rickart. Never go into the caves. Never go under the ground. Haven't you heard the story of Blind Bat Rickart? He was a young boy, just like you lot, curious, rambunctious, and ready for adventure. Some say he was born in one of the villages around here. Well, there wasn't much to do in the fields for a boy like that. He couldn't be bothered with tilling the soil or gathering wheat. One year, as it came to be harvest season, he decided to slip away while everyone else was working. He knew his father would be furious, but Rickart was a greedy boy, and he wanted his adventure. After a long day of trapezing through heath and forest, young Rickart had had a great deal of fun, and now wrath of his father was clear in his mind. He was terrified of going home, so he decided he'd stay out for the night and give his father time to calm down and worry about him. He wasn't very bright, but he wasn't very stupid either. He at least knew better than to be caught roaming about at night. By the time the sun was gone, he had stumbled upon a deep, well-hidden cave and decided he'd pass the night there. And confession. I led these people here, down to these hellish depths, gave them up to darkness and starvation like lambs to the altar, and for what? This monstrous creation? I fear to recognize it as my child. Don't people look upon it as though it were salvation, as though it were God itself, and they see me as a messiah? I walk amongst their halls and shelters, and I shudder at what remains of humanity. They dwell in filth and hunger. Civil services have collapsed under the long unbearable weight of the endeavor. These men and women have no means of rubbish disposal, many of them already been stricken by rot. If any other souls should wander through their dwellings, they would tear them apart from ligaments in search of food. And yet they, by some power, withstand their hunger when they gaze upon me. They weep for joy and offer me what meager supplies they have. Oh God, please help me. I am still your faithful servant. So it sounds like they discovered or created or somehow came upon something called rot. And it spread and spread and spread, and they went down into the caves to avoid it. And then they created golems in order to help them survive. And that's these guys. And these guys can be affected by rot too, I think. Something. And these became aggressive and started attacking the people. It is quite the story that is here. Okay, let us sleep. I think the story is fascinating. I really haven't seen that much of it because it was a lot harder to collect journals before, and it has become a lot easier. I'm going to take this and this. And this. I'll leave that there for now. So some of those I've read before, like Confession, and some of those I have not. Hi! I did not mean for this to be Drifter Trap, but it's kind of cool that it is. Oh, don't hit me. I just want to kill you. Already November. I normally play with the really long seasons, so it is a little weird to me that time is passing so quickly. We can use this to shore up our ruin. Okay, so we really need to go. We really need food, to be honest, out of all the things. We may end up spending the winter in the garden house, as I think I'm gonna call it. Just because we can break this cobble. sort of give us a little bit of, well, that's how you repair the ruins. You just sort of move pieces around. I'm gonna turn this into a staircase right here. All of this. So the interesting about this mod is it adds these like piles of wood and bricks. So you can gather these up and sort of actually gonna pile these extra bricks in the corner. We can turn them into like stone stuff later. And same with these boards, we can pile them up, and then when we have the means to turn them into planks, we can do that at a later date. Okay. So we're just breaking all of this up. Put this on the ground and get out the vessel that I brought. And set that there. is here. There are going to be wolves in this area. Okay. That there. There. There's torches in them. And then we just have to take the time to break all this, which kind of sucks. I don't think there's any easy way to break this. That doesn't seem to be any faster. It's definitely not faster. Let's block this doorway. Just temporarily. To make it a little safer to clear this. So we're going to clear this room first, and then I think we're going to clear the bedroom next to it. Is this going to break? Seems like it's going to break. Wheel just takes forever. Just ruined stuff everywhere. I like these ruins. You know they're modded. But they seem to match the lore. Like there was rich people and castles and little houses with poor people who sat and ate and lived and died. Now we get to live here. Can't even really see it breaking. That's why I thought it didn't break before. Another wood. Ruined chairs and tables and chandeliers. They had a lot going on in here. That looks like ruined, like, gear. Not quite sure what this is. Desks or something. More chair. Pot shards? Okay. More pot shards. Really dark in that corner. I'm gonna have to change the setup. And put this like here. No, I can't put this torch on the wall, but I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it because it's going to extinguish all on its own. So there's the thirst room complete. And I would use this to make make planks and stuff, but the crafting recipes for these are actually different. Because I have a hammer's ringing fall. You need nails to make those. You need nails for those, and you need a nail for that, and you need a nail for that. So I can make fences out of it. Can't make gates. And I can't make more stairs and stuff. So even though I have all these planks, I can't like fill in this floor because they exist. Okay, let's check out this room. There's a torch holder already on the wall. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Light this place up. There's like a bunch of water up there. I have to go up there. Ow. Okay. I'm gonna have to take this wood slab down. in this ruin. Whale. Can we get up here and get rid of this waterfall? Okay, let's start collecting all the stuff that's up here. It's really dark in there. Dark enough that baddies can spawn, so we're just going to make it a little safer. Probably dark enough up here too, but unless I break all the floor. Not much I can do about it, and I can't really fix the floor. I really don't have the means. So with all of this, can't you use this to make like dry stone? Yeah, just brick. So we could make some dry stone to replace some of the spots in the wall that need spots. We have all the stone and all this brick. Ooh, arrows. Bat. That's a treasure. Okay. Nearly finished clearing this floor. There are definitely drifters out there. Again. You guys need to chillax. Shush! It's about time to get off anyways. I'm just gonna finish up this floor real quick, and then I guess we'll call it a go. We might end up taking down this upper floor, or at least some of the upper floor, to patch up other upper floors. Maybe create sort of a balcony thing. I don't know. There is quite a bit to do in this ruin, and I kind of want to keep some of the ruin stuff. Like those music stands down there are pretty cool. Supposed to represent the fact that that's broken up there. Pick up all this brick. There's a whole bookcase section up here, which we might end up moving. We're definitely going to end up moving. I don't know about taking out all of those books though, because they're cool looking down here. I might bring the bookcases down. Definitely need to remove these metal spikes. I'm likely to stab myself on them. all that picked up. Please get the floor cleared of rocks. Can you get up here? I don't think so. More shinies. There are people bodies in here. That's not disturbing at all or anything. Well, I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry you died. I'm just going to line this wall with bricks. I'm cold. That's going to be a problem. My character is cold. Okay. Let's just do this here. That's why I put some wood. Ooh, I can use the fire lock. How do you make that again? Because I found fat. And it's fat and firewood and instead of this, we're going to use this. And we're going to light it. It burns for a long time at a low temperature. So you can't really cook on it, but it will keep you warm throughout the winter. So you don't freeze. Yeah, I was getting really too cold. There we go. Now my body temperature is back to normal. This is how we do it. I think what I'm going to end up doing is making dry stone. Using those to plug in holes and gaps in the wall. Even just simple things as where there's staircases and there really shouldn't be, like here. In fact, I could do a little bit of that now. Let's make some dry stone. We've got plenty. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And then like these spots, they're slabs. And I don't want there to be slabs. I can just dry stone it out. There we go. Like that slot, that shouldn't be dirt. That can be dry stone. Spot dry stone. Where the ruined really get all. There we go. That just solidifies things a little more. take down these bookcases. And for now, we're going to take down just like this layer. Ow. I wasn't expecting a whole stack of wood to fall on my head. Okay. How do we get all the way up there? There's a crate up here. Empty crates. Ah. Okay. These will work far better. Okay. Crate. Crate. I'm already cold again. Take a little bit of extra there. Okay, collected it all. Okay. Now. Okay. We're just going to put all these stacks of boards into a crate. Gonna work much better. And line these bookcases up on this wall. There we go. Okay. Metal parts, we can go with this, great. Move this quickly. Back. Doot. Doot. Okay. There we go. That's good. I mean, the smoke's getting stuck inside, which isn't good. I like the fact that we now have this set up like this. Okay, so I am going to save and quit because it is that time. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed watching my stream, or if not, oh well. I just like to share my game with you, and thank you for stopping by if you did, and hopefully you come back next time. Goodbye. Trying to get a screenshot. Not easy. I think that was the right button. Okay. Thank you. I found it. Awesome. Goodbye.